All right, good morning, everyone. It is 9:50 a.m. Eastern Time. Going to go ahead and do a little bit of trading today with the Euro USD. If we take a look at the daily candles, we pretty much have a high here, and we can see that we're actually, in a down move. All right, get a higher high, higher low, um, lower high, lower low, and these are consolidation areas. I really don't look at lows being at pretty much consolidation areas, and I could, create a video telling you why. But basically, it's because they're accumulating, bigger money is accumulating and distributing, or buying and selling to build positions. But I do look at these because these are very, very important. Come back up. This is a legitimate bounce up, and we have a legitimate pullback. A legitimate pullback. Okay, legitimate. Okay, we're making a higher low here from this low to this low. Um, from here to here. I don't use lines. I'm just doing that for a visual. So this is the high we're looking at, and this is the low we're looking at right here. So we're going to put a box around that. Okay, and we're going to go to directly to the hourly chart. So far, we got a nice little trend going on the hourly chart. We go to the 15-minute chart, and we will trade. Um, okay, so here we're taking a look, and let's move this together a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about here. Take a look at the U's or the reverse U, right? We take a look at let's make this a little bigger here so you can see it. Liquidity. Where's liquidity? Liquidity was here, but we never actually. Oh, we did. We very rarely did. I don't even think we even touched this. So I'm not going to go crazy. Just going to look by a visual here. We're on 15-minute chart, and we went up. Nice move up. Little consolidation here. Little pushback. Came back up. This is a low, valid pullback. We came here. We came back. Came here. Came back. We filled the liquidity. So this is real. Came here. Came back. Filled the liquidity. I want to see a push up, and I believe we did get this. So let's go ahead and see. This candle here, the high is 568, and what's the high here? 571. All right, so we did hit this. All right, so now I'm looking to go long, and that's as simple as that. So I'm just going to hit the buy button, and I'm going to manage it. I got a 6 pip stop, and I'm going to manage it on the 5-minute candle. All right. So you notice I didn't even look at the 5-minute candle because the 15-minute candle is telling me the longer term. All right. So I have a stop loss, but I don't have a target. All right. So if we want to find the target, we could go take this high, and where's the next high? Next high is up here. All right. So we're looking at 896. All right. That's 20. That's 20 pips. I'm not going to go that long with the trade. I'm going to wait till it. We'll see how it plays out. All right. So let's go back to the 5-minute chart, and let's just open this up a little bit so we see it. I'm still learning the platform a little bit here. Okay, I'm thinking that we're going to come back up. We may come back down a little bit. There's a little gap right here. We may fill this gap. There's no other gaps over here. So my expectation is at least coming down to 56. Let's see the open of this candle. which is 567. All right. We could come back down below that. So let's see how we do. And I'll come back. Just to note that the dollar was weakening, so it's probably be a little bullish today anyway. But my assumption was bullish. So we'll see how this goes. And also, I just added a 15 pip target. All right, so it's a 1-to-3 ratio, and that'll be a decent decent ratio to shoot for, and it's possible. All right, so we'll do that, and we'll see. I'll come back at 10 o'clock. I'll actually come back, which is a few minutes. Usually at 10 o'clock, something happens within the markets in the U.S. markets. So if we're still in the trade and the market stabilizes at 10 o'clock, what I mean by stabilization, I mean that there's not much movement. We're stable. All right, I'm going to keep the long position. If there's good news, which could bring up, if there's bad news in the market, we could come up as well. So we'll see. All right, we'll see how that works out. And we got about 2 more minutes, and I said we have to fill this little gap here. We'll see if we fill it before we take a step higher. All right, so the pullback I'm not really worried about, but I am if it continues down. All right, so I want to see something here. I want to see it at least fill this, and it looks like we may. All right, so that's good. We just pop right back up. It is 1 minute to 10, so this may look good for the euro, but not for the dollar. All right, so I'll come back and we'll see. Okay, we're at 10 o'clock. We did fill that gap. Okay, and now we see if we could get ahead and close above the high of this prior candle, which is right about 569. All right, and then from that point, we could possibly take it higher. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this. And I'm looking to close this 5-minute candle above the high of this candle, and then possibly take this higher. All right, so that's what we're looking at. $570. So we're just 1 tick short of the high. 571. This is 570. Actually, a half a tick. So that's looking good. All right. We'll see. I'll put you on pause. I'll come back. Okay, longer term. This is the 4-hour chart. Longer term, this is a pretty. This candle here hasn't been broken at all. There's no, it's just one long candle. So if we take a look at this long candle, this will be a huge candle if we went here. So where my take profit is, I do feel comfortable having it there. We had buyers up in this area. You can see where they took the candles lower, but even they came up high, even on the red candles, which are the sellers, took control of this. But these are all bullish candles to me because they're above 50% of this the candle. If you go above it, sort of above it, but seems to me to be a pretty decent deal. So we may see a little bit of this go on, on a shorter time frame, like 15 minutes. We'll see. All right. So the 15-minute, we had a little bit of selling coming back in here, but that's okay. And just build a little bit of liquidity. Same thing here. We did pop up. Okay, come here. We could pop up. Don't know if I'll make it to the take profit, but I'm gonna, have a go there. Now, what I'll normally do here is once I'm halfway to my target, I'll go to break even. All right, because that's telling me that I have enough momentum to possibly push me up. And I'm taking it to that 4-hour candle here. This is like a pretty clean candle. And, I may say take some time to come to here. So even if I got out and just took a profit and got back in again, um, it may be worth it. But I'm just going to let this one ride, and we'll see how that goes. All right, we're going to go back down to the 5-minute chart. All right, so the high of this candle is 572. So it came, I mean, the sellers came in here pretty fast. We'll see how far they go. All right. This candle printed pretty fast. All right, so now we're going to go see if the buyers come back in. And we're on the 5-minute chart. If you go to the 15-minute chart, it doesn't look too bad. But there are just a little bit of liquidity in here. We were up here before. All right. By the looks of these candles, doesn't look like they're trying to fake out retail. I still believe that the bigger dollars are going higher. Right here was the tell. Okay, we started getting these bigger moves. All right, this is indecision. So okay, so this one here will be a big candle to tell us we know what we need to do with our stops and our targets. All right, and I'm a shorter term trader, so I'm not looking for being in the trade longer than I need to be. All right, so I'm going to put you on pause and we'll see what goes on. All right, we're back. We had this little candle hair print. We didn't make any highs, but we did have buyers coming in. So we'll see how the 15-minute candle performs. All right, I'd like to see a high above this candle within the next. You take a look to my left. Lower corner is the candle timer within the next 24 minutes, 25 seconds. All right, but this is still looking good. I would expect after making a bigger high that we'll pull back a little bit. So we'll see if the buyers are still in control. If they are, we continue. All right, so that's what we'll do. All right, I'm going to go ahead and so got this nice 1-hour candle. So on the shorter term, it looks like we could probably have a little bit of turbulence in here. But once we pass over this, the high of this candle, which is 5738, and we could stick up there, which we're almost getting there now. I think that the target seems doable. All right, but we'll manage it as we get there. This is looking pretty good. We did have sellers come in here, but buyers were here before. Sellers came back down, so buyers are seems like they're in control, and the U.S. dollar or the actual economic news that came out is not favorable for the U.S. All right. It's pretty stable price action. The spread is staying where we started the trade. It did come up a little bit, telling me that liquidity was drying up a little bit, or the bids and offers were not stacked. It was like a little of an imbalance. All right, so let that worked itself out. So we're at the price action right now, and we'll see if we can get to the high. And if we hit the high, we could possibly just shoot up from there. Then I'll take some profit off the table. All right, so we'll see if that happens. If not, we'll continue. All right, but I'm not going to let the price go too far below the entry. All right, so let's go see how this works out. Also, very rarely after a candle like this do we have a positive follow through. Very rarely we don't. So we have a minute 52 on this candle still. Looks like we tapped all the liquidity here, so thinking that the price is up. This is a 5-minute candle. Big money, they usually they're not actually looking at the charts. Most of them, they already have areas where they need to manipulate to get you to buy and sell. All right, but they will take advantage of a weak pair to get you to think the opposite way, so they could grab your trades and help them get to the level that they need to get to. I'll put you on pause and we'll see how this ends up. We got that. We'll wait the 35 seconds and we'll see. Want to see this candle close about right here, at least, to be about the 50% mark of the candle. Because right now, even though we have a green move, it's bearish to me. All right, so we'll see. So 2 bearish candles in a row would it be great. But if you could get a little higher, like right here within the next 5 seconds, like right on the cusp, right here, we'll see. See, sellers were still taking it in right here. You could see. If we go to the 1-minute candle, we could actually see it better. We got this little move. So we have some buying looking like it's coming in. I don't like to trade price action on 1-minute candles. There's just too much noise. So 5-minute candles for me are probably better. So this could be sort of like a bull flag and then pull up. We came up a couple, then we came back down, and then we came back up above the high. Primarily buyers here. We had some sellers here. We have buyers back. It's a strong candle that's being printed. So if we copy this area, we could come back up, and maybe this will be the one to take us past the high. All right. If we take a look at the candle here, I'm talking a lot because this is good information. All right. Where we closed here and then when we opened here, this is significant. We got to break this area right here. You see, we're not breaking it. So even if we come above it and then come back down, we at least hit it. All right. Then we could see where the buyers and sellers want to transact. All right. So right now, well, there you go. So we just popped above it. So that's good. All right. We know that buyers are interested. Now we didn't get a big shoot up because if we did, then I'm out of the trade because I know pretty much what's going to happen would be we drop back down real fast. It'll just be a big spike. So then you just put your order in to sell or buy back if you're short. Okay, and you just take your profit. All right. You only make money when you close the trade. Remember that. All right, let's see what happens here. Doesn't look great. on the 5-minute candle. So we'll just let it run and we'll come back.